Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel CreatorSim. It's your hostess with the mostest, Aspen Blue, and I hope you guys are having a great day. So here we are on like the second unit, or I guess unit B. I guess I'm kind of going by letters. So we're in the middle, like little Eco Townhouse here. This one is a little bit more modest compared to the rest of them. I decided to make this one kind of for like a mom and daughter. So all of the townhouses, they kind of have a sim that they're unique to. And so the first one is this very industrial kind of townhouse. I made it like a loft, so that one was a lot of fun. I'm in love with that one. This one is a mother and daughter, so it's going to be a little bit more modest, a little bit more realistic, because you know, she's got a kid, she can't have all the fun stuff, right? Anyways, this is probably my least favorite out of all of them, just because I had a really hard time trying to find like a style or a taste. I had this really weird floor plan, and I was insistent on trying to make it work with like the platforms. So I'll just go out there and say it. This is my least favorite unit of these buildings. The first one it's pretty good. I really like it a lot. I think the last one though, Unit C, which I'm going to try and go ahead and do the voiceover for that one today if I'm feeling like a real all-star. That one has some features that are my favorite, but anyways, yeah. So as you can see in the beginning, I decided to kind of like, well, I was contemplating closing in the kitchen entirely because I felt like there was a really weird gap there. But also these townhouses were so small too, I didn't want to completely like close off. So I thought it would look a lot better if it was more open. This apartment's a lot, or this townhouse is a lot darker than the rest of the townhouses as well, because it doesn't get any windows on the side of the building like the rest of the townhouses do. They at least have, you know, windows on at least the left or the right side. This one, it only gets its natural light source from the front and the back of the townhouse. So I didn't want to completely close it off by making the kitchen its own separate place. So I went in and did something weird, like this little half wall to kind of separate the living area from the kitchen and dining, but it was all still very like cohesive and blended together, I guess, if that makes sense. And so again, really weird floor plan. I knew this was going to be the living room here. And this was a really weird corner, so I contemplated first like maybe putting a television there. Obviously no furniture would really fit there. I mean, perhaps I could put a small sofa and like a bookcase in the corner, but really this is like a dead space right here. So I decided to go in and put this fireplace, which I think looks really nice. This one is the first of the townhouses, I think, to get a fireplace. I don't believe we included one in the last townhouse, at least not in the living area. I know I added a desk in that interesting little section right there. So I don't know, I guess that's probably why I went with the fireplace too, because I wanted to keep the townhouses very similar, but also unique to the individual. And so, you know, maybe this person added the fireplace, or there was a fireplace there to begin with, and the industrial lofter, seeing as how they like tossed a big hole in the ceiling, you know, maybe they got rid of the fireplace. I don't know. Anyways, let's talk about this apartment. So we're kind of figuring out the floor plan upstairs. I do this when I get a little bored or like stuck on an idea, which, like I said, this one was kind of hard for me. I don't know why I struggled with this apartment. I think it came together okay, but there was a lot of moments where I caught myself in the middle, like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? That looks horrendous. Anyway, so upstairs we've got 2 bedrooms, one for mother, one for daughter. So there is a guest bath, a little laundry area, and a master bathroom. And I used the platform tool and some of the Mount Marimbe sliding doors we got. I really like this cherry blossom pattern, and I use that to kind of make like a personal closet up there. And we're back downstairs again because, like I said, I jump around. So I'm kind of getting more of a grasp of like the color scheme I want to stick to. And so I picked out some wall paint. I don't stick with that furniture. It does end up going, but just trying to clutter up this area. Let me get look a little bit homier without also cluttering it up, because remember this really weird like floor plan. It's all very cramped and cluttered, and yeah. And there's also no natural lighting too on the side, so I feel like that even made it look a little, I don't know, I wouldn't say worse. Worse is not the right word. It was difficult. I like my windows. And I still don't know how I feel with this weird little kitchen area, but I think it'll do. If you guys don't have Dine Out, you absolutely should get Dine Out. I'm just sitting there looking at like the piece I used to kind of make an entertainment center. And that's probably one of my favorite items in the build. I recently saw someone on Twitter, I don't know if they were requesting a giveaway or asking opinions on Dine Out, or can't really remember. Anyways, fact of the matter was they're asking my or anyone's opinion on Dine Out. I love Dine Out. I don't do any of the gameplay personally because, as I always say, I'm a builder, not a player, unfortunately. So I can't speak for the gameplay. I don't know really about how well the restaurants run or anything like that. Or if I've never even played or had my Sims go to a restaurant. I'm being entirely honest with you. But the plants are great. The build by options are fantastic. And I don't know, I struggled with the dining room too. I thought the dining room looked odd too, and I was really trying to stick to this color scheme because I wanted it to look a little bit more feminine, because this was going to be like a single mom and daughter's place. But I was also trying to keep to like custom furniture, you know, interesting looking because of how cool the first one looked. So, I don't know. It comes together. It comes together. If I haven't already done it, I will go ahead and include those. I used 2 gallery paintings in this one. I normally don't, but I've been trying to. I've been sick of the paintings. I'm like, oh duh, there's this whole gallery out there with awesome stuff you guys put out there. So yeah, this bathroom is really tiny, and because of the windows there, I didn't want like the windows to be obstructed for whatever reason, or I felt like the sink couldn't go at a certain angle because I really like mirrors above the sink, and so it's an odd little bathroom. I do wish there was a shower, because I'd rather shower than take a bath. Anyways, I love how the master bedroom comes together though, and you know, for this house having very limited natural light sources, adding the sunroofs was a fantastic idea because this room absolutely comes together when the aerial light is just at a perfect spot. And you can kind of see it now coming through the, oh gosh, the loft windows. I really need to figure out how to say that pack name, the machismo, whatever. Where we got all the cool like photography and like weird leather clothing and stuff. I wouldn't say all the items, I don't know, I don't do much of the gameplay, but I know that like the photography stuff is a real big game changer for some people. The windows though did it for me. I love the windows with that pack. And a couple swatches in the furniture. Other than that, it's kind of weird. I don't like all the fake leather, or I don't, personally in general, I'm not a really big leather person. Unless it's maybe like, you know, leather boots or a belt. Okay. And I figured mom needed a lot of plants. If she's got this amazing lighting and she's a nurturing, you know, mom, she's got some plants. So, and also that's what I do with that little like raised recessed spot above the closet as well, is I just go ahead and I stick some plants in there. Which, if you think about it, might be an awful place to actually put plants. I feel like they'd gather a lot of dust up there. And I would probably, I'm not super short, I shouldn't say that. But I'm on a shorter side, and so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind for me. If I can't see it, if it's tall, I'm going to forget about it. Rest in peace to all the plants I put in tall places and forgot about. Okay, so moving on to kind of like the guest bath here. So this is the bath that the daughter's going to primarily use, and mom if she wants to grab a shower, or if there are any guests upstairs. Like I said, this is the most modern of the townhouses. And unfortunately, because there is a washer and dryer on the lot, your Sims, I realized this last night too, I was not even thinking about this, but your Sims laundry will like stack up because, well, for starters, I gave them all laundry hampers just because I like the way they look, not even for like gameplay necessarily, but just for decoration. But for gameplay, you know, if you were to use it for gameplay, only this unit has a washer dryer, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I included it in Unit A, and I can't recall if I did in Unit C. I don't think I did. Unit C is really good though. I'm sure it could probably fit in the bathroom. I don't know, I might go ahead and toss them in there kind of last minute before I upload to the gallery. Also check if I have like trash cans, because I like to forget those too. But yeah, I'll probably add them in last minute. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll upload them in gallery with just some, I don't know if I'll create like little laundry rooms. I don't know if I really have the space for that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll just go ahead and plop them on the back patio if I can find like some room and if it looks okay, because that isn't horribly unrealistic. It is not. I mean, granted, the patios have a decent amount of room. I could definitely take away from some of that space and add like a little laundry unit. That's not a bad idea. I might do that. I should do that, honestly. So I decided to make this like custom little desk here with this beautiful bookshelf we got with the Snowy Escape stuff, and just like a table. This room is really pretty too. I like how the sun comes in. I realized afterwards when I was taking the screen captures that that shelf might be like a little too high for a children's room, but I felt like that wall looked really naked, and also I didn't want to take away from a lot of space by putting anything there, because I wanted the child to be able to walk on either sides of the bed, especially if I had a side table in the corner or an activity. So, I don't know. Maybe it was just like the angle of the captures too. But I do like how it's a cluttered little shelf. I think I could have moved it down a little bit though. I did shrink that table down. I wish the side tables were realistic sizes. I feel like they're massive compared to the actual furniture that the Sims use. Except for that little table right there. That table is a realistic table. I don't even like it that much. The swatches on it are pretty bad. Aside from maybe like 2 or 3. Like even that one. If this weren't a kid room, I wouldn't have used that. I wish they had the light wood and the white without that, like, it's not awful, but I don't know why they did that. The teal. Ugh. Gosh, just give us a color wheel already. I really hope one of these updates comes with a color wheel. Someone on Twitter said pretty much that if you bought every single game, it was a ridiculous amount of money. I can't say a number for starters, but it was well in the hundreds, well up there. Alright, so I went on a little bit of a tangent with the Sims community because I love it so much, and I totally like lost my train of thought with what I originally was talking about, which essentially is that if you didn't win any giveaways, if no one gave you any of these games or bought them and you bought them all yourself, and I have, I mean, I've been a working and like participating adult for a long time. I mean, in fact, I had The Sims 3 and like The Sims 3 Pets, like The Sims 2 a long time ago, but I bought The Sims 3 and Sims 2 Pets myself as a teenager, and then nothing else until I was a working adult, and then I bought all the games myself. I mean, not all at once, or sometimes I would charge them to a credit card, or like, if you've got like the Origin, you can do the bundles and sometimes get a little bit of a discount. So it happened, I mean, I thought it was pretty quick and easy, but yeah, I've bought every single one of my packs. So I think that The Sims needs to come out with like an update for a color wheel or something like that. And I don't think I'm ever going to get The Sims 5 if it ever becomes a thing. I don't even know if it will, honestly, but if it does, I'm not getting it. And I think that's the reason why people feel the way they do about The Sims 3, which I did enjoy The Sims 3. I didn't play enough of it, and I definitely didn't have enough of the packs or anything like that to really get a full grasp on it, but to my knowledge, there was a lot of really cool and good packs. But just like thinking back to like the color wheel and things like that, I do miss all of those things. Yeah, so there's that. There's my spiel on that. So I thought this living room needed something. I hate that I jump around. I really wish I could like finish a room to entirety and then move on to the next, but my creativity doesn't work that way. I have to stop what I'm doing, like leave it alone, come back to it. Anyway, so here I am adding my little mood lighting. I love those wall lights. They're my favorite, honestly. And I thought maybe just to give it some like separation, I would add a little bit of brick on the flooring underneath the fireplace. And I thought it would be neat to have like a little gardens like area up here. A little bit of greenery, brighten this place up a bit. Which I think all the plans have a great deal of. Honestly, I could have gotten really carried away in the first townhouse with the plants, especially with the loft. Like I could have had those hanging plants like hanging off the railing and everything down to the living area below, and it would have looked really, really good. And I do get carried away with the plants. And it might be unrealistic to some people, but I feel like it isn't unrealistic to myself. So here's what I decided to change up the living room. I think it's the Machismo, whatever that pack is, I can't say the name of. I took that chair. I was going to add nope, I changed it. Just kidding. We decided to go with all of the Snowy Escape furniture minus the little ottoman, which is from Island Living. But I did contemplate that white swatch of that Machismo, whatever, couch, because I do like it. And when I'm done with this, I really need to Google the pronunciation of that pack. Drives me crazy. Anyways, I really can't wait for all of these to be out there. Honestly, I could have uploaded the first townhouse a while ago, but I kind of wanted to... I wanted these to come out like a couple days within each other, or within, you know, premiering. So I knew to realistically do that. I needed to have these already finished, or the next one for the most part done before I started. So I'm doing this voiceover right now. And then once I'm finished with like the finishing touches on this one, I'll go ahead and I'll upload the first townhouse, which is done and has been ready to go for a while. And then after that, I will get the third one ready to go. The third one was a lot of fun. I like the third one a lot. I kind of want to like take it and make it its own separate like little, well, its own townhouse. Actually, I think that would be a darling idea. If I took the building and maybe added it to a debug building or just something and kind of like blended it in a little bit, I think it would look really, really cute. And here I am just trying to make some like custom plans. I do have to go in with a tool mod afterwards to just fidget with some of that stuff a little bit. I mean, as is always the case though. And I thought those hanging lights were really, really cute, and I thought they kind of like fit the color scheme really nice. So I try to stick with like the pastel colors. I love putting the hanging plants too in those windows because it looks like they're hanging from like the windows bay area and not so much the ceiling. And then because with the tall walls, I just think they look really naked sometimes. So I just decided to add some stuff. I believe that sign is from Dine Out. And again, I will go ahead and just tag the gallery names of the couple paintings that are up here. I did have more in mind. Like, I don't know if it ever panned out while I was working on it, but I did have like a whole wall of stuff outside that I wanted to choose from. But sometimes when I see stuff in the gallery and then I get it into like the house that I'm working on, it just doesn't always work. And I think that's kind of why I don't use the gallery so much. I don't know. Or if I do, there's a handful of paintings I always use. I try not to use them, so I don't know. I don't know what I do things. But I thought this cluttered up shelf made that area look really nice. And then just to add some stuff to the back patio, give Mom some stuff, I decided to give her an easel. The neighbor will also have an easel as well in Unit C. I decided to make that one very modern. The owner loves plants. They have their own like art studio. So it looks pretty good. You know what, we're nearly to these captures, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more of the townhouses, go ahead and like and subscribe so you don't miss that. But thanks so much, guys. We'll talk soon. Have a great day. Bye.